Hey Steve, this is going to be an attempt to show you little things about the propeller as that instructional video thing idea you had. Um, let's see, I'm going to make this quick and see if I can do it. Okay, now here's the propeller that's going to go on. This is a slightly bigger propeller. It's almost the same size as your engine. This one's a teeny bit bigger, so this gets an 8. But this one, I scratched in the dirt a little bit, and I had to kind of trim it off and even it out. I don't like doing that. It makes it wobbly sometimes. And so I'm going to put this one on here and show you how I take the rubber thing and put it on. Now, here's the way I do all my propellers so that I don't lose them, and I don't lose these rubber things. I mean, the propellers are about $1.80, and the rubber things aren't too cheap, but it's awful when you have to go buying more of them. So that's why I do all this stuff with them. Most of the time you can just, now there's two sizes. I gave you this really tight one that keeps this thing tight against the so it doesn't pull out, when it's like that. But I also gave you ones that's a little bit easier to put on. See, they're a little bit, you see them in there. There's two. I gave you a couple of these, and I like these the best because they keep them close to the engine without pulling. So I'm going to put this on right now. Let's see. I got to stay within range here. Now what I do is I get it hooked here on one side. I try to keep that thing from turning this way, because when I pull on this to pull it up over, sometimes this goes to the side and I can't get it. And then another way I can get it so I can pull it easier is, you got to get it just even and pull it right. Whoop! See, it came off. I'm going to do that. See what I mean? Pull it like that, tilt it this way, and then pull the propeller over it. Help it catch right there, and then it'll be a little uneven, so I kind of hold it with my fingers and kind of wiggle it so it gets on real evenly. Okay, she's on there now. See, it's got that little pieces there that hold on. But now sometimes that flips off and then the rubber band goes off somewhere, and then you have to buy another one. That's why I do all this stuff to keep, so you don't have to do that. So what I do to keep that thing from flipping off is I take like duct tape or a little piece of tape. See if I can, and I make it about this long, so I can go take a little strip of it, real thin little strip, and then put it right over the screws there, kind of wind it around here like that, and that keeps otherwise the prop tends to come off, and it's not necessary because you've still got some, but they're going to break. But it's mainly a motor saver, basically that's what I read. Actually, so, and in order to keep these guys from breaking a lot. Oh, and here's the other thing I do is after I put that on, this isn't really necessary, but I put a little red thing on right there just to keep it all tight, so that rubber band's completely covered, see? And then the whole thing won't come off. And what I do with these propellers before I put them on, because I'm always digging the ends of them. I mean, if you got any dirt, you're going to scratch these ends here. But you can cover the ends. But I mean, if you want to, you don't have to do this. See, I cover the ends because they get scratched off. They still get scraped. But if you put this on real evenly and then cut it, you can do the ends. I'll show you how I do them. See, the propeller is going this way, like this along that straight edge there, like that. Let's kind of get it straight, get it over the end there, so it's protecting the whole thing. Then make it go straight back, so I don't get any, oops, it's not straight. And I take my little curved scissors. Now you don't have to do all this, but like I say, it protects the ends if you want to do it. But you don't have to do all this. I mean, all you have to do is just put the rubber thing on it, and that's all you have to do, really. See, I get a little piece like this. Put it over the straight. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, put it over the straight edge here, so it goes like that. And kind of bend it around so I can see where it is, and then I trim them off like that. See, and there it is. And then also, I put on this right in the center, because these things, when they get pulled over this propeller, this thing is sharp here and sharp here. So what I usually do is I put a couple little pieces of tape right in the center. So that when the O-ring goes over, it won't cut it. And that's basically why you don't have to do all this stuff, but this saves the prop, because you can kind of trim them and smooth them, you know, if you get it more or less even, you know, if you scrape it, and then you don't have to keep throwing propellers away, but you will, you know. And then this keeps the O-ring from getting cut, because it goes over a kind of a sharp part of the edge of that propeller on both sides. And then when you put this little piece around, you know, in back to kind of hold it on, you know, in back, it keeps the whole O-ring and stuff from flying off. So that's how I prepare them, basically, is things in the center and then two things in the end to protect them, and then this thing in back, and then a little square of this red right in this. So if the propeller flies off, I can see the propeller, it's off somewhere, and then this red really helps. And that's it. End of video. I hope that helped. I don't know if it did. Let's see. Yeah. See, it's not gonna, it'll bend, but you know it's gonna. If it was real more loose on there, it would, you know, bend like this more easily and just fly off. But you know, I mean, you can do that, but when you go looking for a lot of these things, the O-rings, and having to buy more, you'll want to do it this way. It kind of saves stuff, because when you hit a lot, that happens. Okay, that's the end. Bye bye.